All right, everyone. Now we're moving into the next phase of the work, testing your value proposition. Up to this point, you've identified a problem, outlined the solution, clarified what your ideal customer is looking for. Now we have to do something entrepreneurs must learn to do early, and that's to stop assuming and start testing. So that's where the hypothesis comes in. A hypothesis is a statement that clearly explains what you believe is true about your customer and your value proposition, so you can test it with real people. So the first step is identify what it is that you're assuming. So before you write your hypothesis, ask yourself these questions. What am I assuming the customer struggles with? What am I assuming they want? What am I assuming they currently do to solve it? And what am I assuming they would do differently if my solution existed? So your hypothesis should focus on the riskiest assumption, the thing that if it's not true, could break your idea. The second step is then choose one of two hypothesis formats. Now you have two options how to write your hypothesis, and either one is fine, but it must be very specific. So option A, start with the phrase, we believe that. So you use this format when you want to clearly state your belief in a simple way. So for example, we believe that a specific customer type will do any kind of behavior because they are pain or desire gain. Okay, so for example, we believe that our first year college students who feel overwhelmed by assignments will use a reminder tool because they want to avoid missing deadlines and feel embarrassed. Okay. Second option is you can complete this particular phrase, and you want to use this format when you want to be more behavioral focused, when you want a more behavioral focused hypothesis. So the format is a customer of a certain title may perform a task with a specific action, and then you want to name that action. So an example, a first year student performs time management by using a weekly planner and checking deadlines every Sunday night. Okay, so this version, it forces you to be very concrete about the customer and what they're actually doing and not what you hope that they'll do. And then the third step is you're going to make it testable. So a good hypothesis must be testable. That means it includes one, a clear customer type, two, a clear task or problem situation, three, a clear behavior or action, and then four, a clear reason why it matters. So if your statement is too broad, it's not testable. So instead of people would like my app, then you want to say busy commuters will pay for a faster breakfast option because they're consistently late and skipping meals. All right, and then the fourth step is write your hypothesis. So that's what we're going to work today as well. Is your goal is to write at least one strong hypothesis that you can test through customer discovery. And here's why this matters. So once you have your hypothesis, it becomes the foundation for your next step. Okay, again, once you have your hypothesis, it becomes the foundation for your next step, which is developing your customer discovery interview questions. So your hypothesis is not just a statement, it's a tool. It tells you what you need to learn, what you need to confirm, and what you need to ask real customers about. Okay, let's get to work.